products are not intended to cure, diagnose, treat, or prevent any medical disease or condition. Always check with your physician before you embark on a new treatment. When they find out that this patch is non-transdermal, most of them are giving us the green light to move forward. This is called Patch Like a Champion Today. It's kind of a reflection on the Notre Dame team, Play Like a Champion Today. These are my partners, Rich Tillman, Mike McCoy, two big-time former All-Americans for the University of Notre Dame. I did want to let you know that there are 50 former Notre Dame football players now wearing this patch. I'm so proud of that. And let me just start by saying that the pharmaceutical industry does not create cures. I think you would agree. They would rather have customers. They don't want you to be cured of anything. They just want you as a customer forever. So I know my brother in the Lord, Willie Graham, is on the phone, and talking to him a couple weeks ago, he did remind me that older folks, black folk, don't like to spend money on their health. They'd rather take the pills because they're free on Medicaid and Medicare. Willie, you've been taking some medicine for 20 plus years, and you told me that it hasn't changed a thing. So that just goes to show you that Big Pharma does not want you cured. They want you as a customer forever. I believe that the X39 is the answer that he's been praying for, and he's absolutely right. So this statement by the New England Journal of Medicine is extremely powerful, and it goes something like this. The New England Journal of Medicine states that the #1 indicator of wellness is directly correlated with the number of stem cells in the bloodstream. So how do you get more stem cells in the bloodstream? Well, we're going to talk about that. The reason I said yes to this is because I learned that at the age of 30, half of my stem cells go dormant. At the age of 60, you lose almost all of your stem cell activity. So the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. So the X39 light technology is made up of organic crystals, sugar, salts, water, oxygen, and it forms a perfect lattice structure on the inside of the patch. That is what reflects the light. Whose light? Your own light. Our bodies radiate a low-grade infrared light. We know this is true because if you've ever had night vision goggles on, pitch black outside, you can see somebody's body through those goggles. When the patch is placed on your body, it reflects back your own light to make a change in the body. And we call this photobiomodulation, light making a change in the body. And this light works very fast to turn old cells young again. So that's a key word. Look it up. Photobiomodulation, it's my new favorite word. I share that with people and ask them to do their research on what that is. Here's an example. When you go out into the sunlight, a chemical reaction happens in your skin, and the vitamin D in your skin elevates. Here's another example. In the neonatal units, that if you have a jaundiced baby, they put him under the blue light because the baby currently has an excess of bilirubin. The blue light helps to get rid of that and helps the baby excrete that excess bilirubin. Scientists have discovered a flash of light, sparks, as the human sperm cell contacts the egg. So think of this. When God created your first stem cell, a spark of light flashed. So we are beings of light. Jesus said, I am the light of the world, but he also said, you are the light of the world. And so he designed our bodies with low-level infrared light and heat. It's only appropriate that I reference this scripture too. Genesis 1:3 said, God said, let there be light, and there was light. So I do want you to know, because some people don't understand this, they think maybe it has to come from the sun or external light. No, the light that's reflecting in your body is coming from the inside of your body. So copper peptide, GHK, it's a human peptide that occurs naturally in the body and affects 4,200 genes. It binds rogue copper in your body and is responsible for many critical functions. Without this peptide, the rogue copper in your body causes many health issues. The solution is this X39 patch. It's patented technology clinically proven to significantly increase copper peptide concentrations in the body, along with healthy, youthful stem cells. So imagine resetting your genes back to when you were young. We know this is happening. One of the most important functions of GHKCU is to increase healthy stem cell activity. An increase in GHKCU will effectively resolve many of the health issues, and that's what myself and my family is experiencing right now. Go online and look up this doctor, Dr. Lauren Picard, and he is the father of researching GHKCU. This is a PubMed article, and look at what it's helping. It's helping your lung connective tissue. It's helping your stomach lining. Think about gastritis. It's also helping DNA repair. Perhaps someone took a couple of jabs or boosters and they've had some adverse effects from the pandemic. This is literally helping people reverse that in their system. Again, I'm not making any medical promises. I'm just saying we're seeing that the X39 patch is reversing a lot of the challenges that your body is experiencing, which is causing disease, inflammation, and illness. Here is David Schmidt. He is the inventor, the CEO. He's got over 150 patents. He did get his start by developing an energy enhancer patch to the U.S. Navy SEALs. The SEALs wear these for their underwater missions so that they don't have to take amphetamines, caffeine, or uppers. In 2008, he redirected his attention to stem cell research. It took him about 10 years and almost $5 million to bring this bad boy to the market. This got patented about 5 years ago. I do want to mention a little bit about the Energy Enhancer Patch, since we have a lot of former athletes on this call. A lot of Notre Dame guys are on this call. The FDA has registered Lifewave Energy Enhancer Patch as a Class 1 medical device. Stanford University has put more athletes in this past summer's Olympics than any other university in the history of the games. We know that Stanford University athletes are wearing the Energy Enhancer Patch. We also know this test was done at Troy State University. We know this gentleman, Zara Yisrael. He was involved in a bench press test where he had to lift 225 pounds as many times as he could until he failed. Without the patch, he did it 25 times. With the patch on for 10 minutes on his body, someone just asked me that question. How long does the patch have to stay on your body for this to work? 10 minutes for the athletes, and he did 42 repetitions. That is a mammoth increase for a 225-pound bench press. Here is the patent. I direct people to read the abstract. It's called Wearable Phototherapy Apparatus that produces beneficial effects to a human body, such as activation of stem cells, pain relief, increases copper peptide, GHKCU. Boom, there it is on a government document. It increases GHKCU, and we just learned over the last few slides that that's what brings your body back to homeostasis the way God designed it. Proprietary form of phototherapy. It is patented. It's a nanocrystal technology. It reflects light to activate. It is non-transdermal. You're familiar with a nicotine patch that seeps medicine into your body. This is absolutely 180 degrees opposite. No chemicals, no stimulants go through your skin. It's non-invasive, and it's an easy daily lifestyle. I've got the patch on the back of my neck. I put it on at 8:30 this morning. I'll take it off here shortly before I go to bed. So it's an easy daily lifestyle. You don't have to make any big-time sacrifices. So anybody, even grandma, can wear this patch very, very easily. So I wear it, like I said, on the back of my neck. My wife wears it below her belly button. Those are the two locations where David Schmidt did his hundreds of clinical studies, on those two locations. Suffice it to say, this patch can go anywhere on your body. A lot of people say stick it where it hurts. So if you've got a bad shoulder, just stick it on your shoulder. It is systemic. It'll go to areas of the body that need the most help. Again, 12 hours on during the daytime, because it's going to give you energy. And then 12 hours off. You've got to let your body rest and rejuvenate while you sleep. Please remember to drink plenty of water when you have this patch on your body. Your body's going to start detoxing, and it's going to get rid of some of the junk in your body. So you do want to drink a lot of water so you get rid of all of that and excrete it. First few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. I find that very, very fascinating. You're not going to feel that happening, but 4,000 genes are going to reset in your body. Within 6 weeks, your brain is going to become balanced. We have topography maps. I'll probably show you one here shortly of people with hot spots in their brain, stress, PTSD, anxiety, depression. The brain is coming back into coherence. Within 3 months, the collagen level is increased. There are so many supplements that can be sold at natural health food stores. But the challenge is you don't know whose collagen or what animal's collagen that is coming from that you're putting into your body. Why not use a natural technology that's going to elevate your own collagen? My wife's hair stopped falling out after a couple of months wearing this patch. Her nails are stronger than ever. Her face is smoothing out. So the wrinkles are going away. It really is extraordinary. Heart and cardiovascular. Within 6 months, this is proven to reverse the heart age in your body. We know this to be true. David Schmidt is 62 years old. He had all sorts of EEG, EKG, urine tests, blood tests, and his cardiologist said, you have the heart of a 28-year-old. Point being, David likes to say it's not anti-aging. This is literally age reversal. So I'm super excited about wearing this patch, and I think you're going to see some amazing results too. Increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy, vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle and skeletal conditions. We've got people who have challenges with muscle diseases and muscle issues and skeletal stuff, bone stuff. The bone density tests are coming back more favorable after wearing this X39 patch for a period of time. Improved sleep. I am sleeping deeper. You go into a deeper REM sleep. I'm dreaming better. And of course, I have improved skin appearance. Like I said, my hair is going from gray back to brown. My gums have closed up around my teeth. It truly is extraordinary what this patch is doing for you. Here's that topography map I told you about. This woman is 77 years old. Before she went in and started the patch, she had a lot of inflammation in her brain. A lot of hot spots, the orange and the yellow. That's not good. 3 weeks, 3 short weeks of wearing the X39 patch, no more inflammation, improved brain coherence, and then a few weeks later, 6 weeks of wearing the X39, a complete turnaround. She goes into her room and she remembers why she went into that room as opposed to forgetting all the time. So we're seeing a lot of folks, like I said, dementia, I'm not supposed to say that, but neurodegeneration, PTSD, depression, anxiety. We're seeing a calming effect by wearing this patch. David Schmidt, I love this phrase, you should not have to take drugs forever in order to feel better. He's exactly right. Guys, you know how it is. You go see a doctor, a health professional, practitioner. They write you a script after visiting with you for a few minutes. You go to CVS, Rite Aid, or Walgreens, and you fill that script, and you're pumping more chemicals into your body. That cannot be good for your kidneys or your liver. This is Dr. Joseph Peck. We heard him say this in person a couple years ago. He's been an anesthesiologist for 40 years, and he says this is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime. For him to say that, he would have to have a lot of proof. So to me, that is just a very, very powerful statement from a medical doctor. X39 is so sophisticated, yet so simple to explain. Even a former Notre Dame offensive lineman can explain it. The testimonials are often life-changing and emotional, and the best thing about X39, we know for a fact that it absolutely works.
So my husband actually kept coming home and talking about these patches from Joe's good friend Steve, their coworkers, and he kept raving about these patches, but at the time I didn't know anything about late energy, so kind of just was falling on deaf ears until my mom was having some really dire pain where she was vomiting. So I called Chris's coworker up and asked if these patches might help pain. And he said, oh, absolutely. If they had one in particular for pain. So I got them for her and they helped her greatly. And I also asked Steve if these patches work on ADHD because we have our youngest son, both of our sons are diagnosed ADHD. Our youngest was having a lot of issues, a lot of physical aggression towards us at home. So what happened was after he wore the patches for about 2 weeks, his physical aggression had greatly reduced to the point where it really is not even there anymore. So that was pretty profound. And myself, my anxiety was so high from everything I was dealing with him that I was about ready to get put on anxiety meds, even though I'm pretty holistic. I wasn't wanting to do that, but I was feeling like I really didn't have much choice because of my stress level at home with, dealing with him. So I patched, and honestly, the first day of patching, my stress level went from a 10 to a 2. So I have not needed to go on medication. I've been on the patches since about September of last year. And what I noticed too, which I was not expecting, but I found this very profound, was my hair. I've always had pretty thick hair, and I was losing my hair in clumps. And what happened was I would lose 25 to 30 hairs in the shower. And on day 8 of wearing these patches, my hair loss decreased by about 75%. Now I lose maybe 4 to 6 hairs tops when I'm shampooing my hair, and before it was 25 to 30. So that was pretty profound. But my latest, thing that I've noticed that had happened today, last summer I tore my labrum, my hip labrum, which is a muscle in my hip, and it was excruciatingly painful. If I would crouch down to say get something out of the refrigerator, what would happen is the pain was so bad. Not only could I barely stand back up, but it would also take my breath away because it was so painful. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was probably a pain of 8, and I have a pretty high pain tolerance. So I had an MRI done eventually months later because I thought it was just maybe a pulled muscle. I didn't realize it was anything terrible. And so go get the MRI, and I'm shocked to see that I have a torn labrum. I was not expecting that. And so today was my first day of PT, physical therapy, for this torn labrum. And my therapist is testing me out, moving my legs all different kinds of ways, having me do all different kinds of exercises. And he says, you know what? He asked me what I was doing for it. And I told him I was using these patches, and he didn't know anything about them. He'd never heard of them before. And he told me that normally at the end of PT, people should be testing at a 4 and 5. And he said, I'm already at 4s and 5s. So he didn't even know how to help me. And he was expecting me to have pain when I was doing the different sets of exercises. And I ended up having no pain whatsoever. No pain in my hip. So he was pretty shocked, as was I. And I don't even really need PT at this point, which is amazing because my chiropractor told me I would probably be looking at surgery for this because these do not repair on their own. So that's pretty much my story of what these patches have done for us.
Wow, that's incredible, Michelle. Canceled surgery. That is extraordinary. I hear that a lot. So you're so well spoken. Thank you for chiming in tonight and sharing your story, and give those boys a hug for me, would you?
Thanks, Joe.
Your family. Thank you. Wonderful. We hear that a lot, that people go get a surgery scheduled. They get on this patch, and then a couple weeks before they go in for their pre-op, and the doctor says, I'm not sure what you did, but you no longer need this surgery. So beautiful. Praise God for that, Michelle. This is at info.com/testimonies. We have them broken out in categories by health condition. It's a wonderfully done website. If someone has a bad back, if someone has neurological disorders, you can go to that section and listen to some of the wonderful moving testimonials, literally bring tears to your eyes. Here's a few more. Talk about cardiovascular improvement, spider veins, varicose veins, smoothing out after a period of time being on this patch. Hair growth. Not only did this gentleman have more gray, 6 weeks later, better color, more hair growth, and his skin condition is much, much better. This gentleman is 80 years old. Skin conditions, wound healing. This was a skin condition that would not heal from antibiotics, medicated creams for many, many years, I think 13 years, and then just 45 days on X39. So if you know someone who's struggling with cracks in their skin or wounds that will not heal, put the X39 patch on their body and watch how God heals that wound. A friend of mine, former Notre Dame football player, the doctor was threatening amputation. This was a result of a bone spur. It would callus over and become bloody, and this process would repeat month after month after month. Again, he threatened amputation. I told Jim about this technology last April. 45 days later, he went in and the doctor said, "You're clear. You do not need surgery. I don't know what you did, but it's a miraculous healing for wounds." This testimonial just came in today, and she's not available to do it in person, so I figured I would share it with you. This gal, Kathy, who lives on the west coast of Florida, went to the ophthalmologist. For many years, she's had a condition. I can't name the condition, but if you look up blurred or distorted vision, it occurs when the cornea or the lens of the eye is irregularly shaped. You may figure out what that condition is called. Prevents light from focusing properly. During the examination, the ophthalmologist was shocked to learn that that condition had completely disappeared. Kathy could not believe it. Since this condition does not go away on its own, the ophthalmologist asked if Kathy had done anything different over the past year. Kathy told the doctor that the only thing she changed about her health was that she was wearing a patch called X39, which is designed to increase stem cell activity by waking up dormant stem cells. Guys, if this doesn't prove what I'm talking about, nothing will. These doctors are baffled. This ophthalmologist said he's never seen anything like this in all of his years of practice. So, vision issues. I can't name the diseases, but if somebody is struggling with their vision, good Lord, get this patch on them yesterday. Bone-on-bone knee, we talk about this a lot for our former athletes who are struggling with knee pain. David Schmidt has been studying this in the lab, and he said it's very exciting that the use of Eon patch and glutathione patch can literally rebuild lost cartilage. Most people in traditional medicine have thought over the years that if once you lose cartilage, there's no getting it back. But that has now been disproven with stem cell technology. What David saw in the lab is that the application of Eon on the inside of the knee and the application of the glutathione patch on the outside of the knee has been proven to regenerate cartilage. To me, that is just extraordinary. If it's in the budget and you can afford the carnosine patch, put that right on your kneecap. But to me, that is a winning recipe right there for people who have bad knees. For those brand partners who are on the line, guys, this Saturday, David Schmidt, the CEO and inventor, is going to be talking about two very, very special products that are coming soon. The Cellulargize Morning Supplement. See, I take electrolytes in my water, but now Lifewave is going to be offering them. And what's in those Cellulargize, it's not easy to say, are components that literally he handpicked that will boost what the X39 patch is doing inside your body. The other very special thing that he's going to be talking about is the X2 water machine, and it's absolutely going to revolutionize our industry. Perhaps you've heard of Kangen water. Maybe you've heard of ASEA. Guys, this is absolutely going to blow the competition away when you see the properties, the healing properties of this water machine. So let's talk a little bit about business, because I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you there's a very unique financial angle to Lifewave. I love this quote: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That is a fact. You all have residual bills. I have residual bills, but thank God I've been blessed with residual income. I am up over 4 figures per week, not per month, per week with Lifewave. And guys, we can help you do that too. If it's your desire to get out of your rut, to get out of that job with that limited ceiling on your income, with very little room for advancement or promotion in your job, guys, come on board and let us show you this proven system to help you get out of that situation. Lifewave is a 20-year-old company. We were trucking along there for doing $20 million a year since the inception of the company. Last year, we did $640 million. Next year, we're going to do over $1 billion. So this is going to be a wild ride. I would encourage you to jump on board. It's going to happen with or without you. We're in over 75 countries. My dear friend Ginger and I were on the phone this morning with a gal in London, England. Guys, if you know other people in different countries, your income could absolutely skyrocket. Lifewave has now been ranked the #1 company of all 6,000 of them. These are home-based businesses. Momentum ranks all of the different companies that you could possibly partake in, and Lifewave has been ranked #1 out of all of them. That gives me a whole lot of confidence that we're in the right place at the right time. This is kind of like the Grammy Awards of home-based businesses. Look at the growth. This looks like a hockey stick. No other company, no other multi-level company has ever seen this type of growth. And the reason I say that is because Stuart Johnson, who is the CEO of direct sales industry, told us this live and in person in Las Vegas a couple weekends ago. He is super impressed with our growth. We did this through a pandemic, guys. We're going to grow to $1 billion next year, like I said. So 3,000% increase, where most corporate America is growing at single digits or flat. So it's very exciting what's happening with Lifewave. It's a double-barrel blessing. We've got a financial opportunity that can really change the financial position of your family, and we have an amazing patented medical device that can change the health of you and your loved ones. I call it ethical capitalism. You get to be in business with people that you choose, that have the same values as you. It's a 20-year-old company, like I said, in God-fearing leadership. David Schmidt wants to do right by his fellow man. He is a God-fearing man. He loves the Lord. And I believe this business model aligns biblically in serving others and allowing them to improve both their health and their financial situation. You know, when we lift others up, by default, we lift ourselves up. The Bible says it's so much better to give than to receive. If you've owned a traditional business or a franchise, you know that there are very high costs associated with starting them. It takes you a long time to break even. You're away from your family, you've got payroll, employee headaches. If there's vehicles involved, you've got insurance for that. You've got rent, utilities, maintenance, complex bookkeeping. On the other hand, there's Lifewave. I graduated from Notre Dame's business school. I will put this business model up against anything out there, and let me tell you folks, it is the favorable way to earn an income and run a business. I own my own Lifewave business, but I'm not in business by myself. I've got Carl and Kathy and Rich and Ginger and Ralph and Steve and Michelle and Mike, just other like-minded believers, and we're doing that. We're in this together. So we do training together. We do marketing together. We look at our back office. There's a low entry fee. There's minimal overhead. Guys, I buy one sleeve of X39 for myself. and 1 sleeve of X39 for my wife, our overhead is capped at just 2 sleeves of X39. There's no other business whereby your income can skyrocket and your overhead stays the same. We can ride that all the way to the top of Lifewave. So, people are going to pop pharmaceutical pills with all sorts of known side effects. You know the commercials. They do that small print and they talk real fast about all the side effects of those drugs on TV. It literally makes it almost too dangerous to try them. You might as well just kind of keep with the original issue that you had and forego taking these pills. My goodness, it's just way too dangerous. Guys, the compensation plan is as follows. You're going to have an A side and a B side. You go to work and find 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right. Then you rank up to manager. The commissions start rolling in, that passive residual income. Then you go to work deep and you help those 2 people on your left get their 2 people on right and left. Then you go help the people on your right get their 2 people on their left and right. You rank up to director. We can show you how this works. It gets awfully exciting. And I mean, literally, I could walk away from this business, stay active in purchasing my 2 sleeves, and the company's going to continue sending me that 4 figures every single week. It has just been a major, major blessing. I would rather earn 1% off of 100 people's efforts than 100% off of my own efforts. With Lifewave, guys, I get to spend more time with my family and leverage my efforts by introducing this franchise opportunity to my friends. Like I said, you're in business with people that you want to be in business with. Would you rather have $1 million today or a penny doubled every day for 30 days? That's not a trick question. The $1 million sounds appealing today, but you would have made the wrong decision, because if you double a penny every day for 30 days, it would have been well over $5 million by day 30. So that's an interesting analogy that most people don't guess correctly on. So here are the different packages by which you can come on board. And again, you're not buying a business. You're not buying the promise of a return on investment. You're not buying a concept. You're buying patches. You could come in at the core level if you just want to dip your toe in the water and try. X39, you get 3 sleeves at under $99 each, plus a little bit of tax and shipping. Most people come in at the middle level. That's where I came in. It's the advanced. You get 6 sleeves of X39 for $535. If you do the math on each one of these packages, you'll see that the more product you get, the better price per sleeve or per patch. For those serious business builders, come in at the premium level. You're going to get a lot of product, about 20 plus sleeves of product. Guys, you can't even invest in a landscaping business for under $2,000. So I would encourage you to get with the person that invited you to this opportunity. There are compensation programs available at thisisitteam.com. That's our training website, thisisitteam.com. Again, come in where you fit in and then get on an auto subscription. I call it set it and forget it, kind of like that infomercial of that oven. You just set it and forget it. We have 2 sleeves coming to our door every single month. We don't worry about it. That's what keeps our residual income live and active and thriving. Thisisitinfo.com is the main website. I've talked about that already. We do have a YouTube channel, This Is It Team. Each one of the presidential and senior presidential leaders do a Zoom meeting for Lifewave Opportunity almost every night. You can find those recordings at that YouTube channel, This Is It Team. Go ahead and subscribe to it, and you'll get notifications every time that there is a new presentation launched to that website. So, guys, now's the time to make your move. If you're serious about changing the health of your family and changing the wealth of your family, again, number one in all of momentum, I've not seen a better business opportunity that gives you the freedom that my family and I have been able to experience the last 18 months. So get started today. Procrastination, I believe, is the assassination of motivation. And I think this happened to me. I condemned this opportunity without doing my homework. Condemnation without investigation is the highest form of ignorance. If you've been burned by one of those multi-level marketing organizations in the past, I'm sorry. Somebody made you a promise, or they went out of business, or you didn't get anybody involved. Guys, sharing this medical device is not difficult. People need better health. They're tired of Western medicine. So you've got a wonderful product lead in, and in my opinion, you've got the most lucrative compensation program in the entire industry. So if you want more of this, needles, pills, medicines, or you want to try something natural, photobiomodulation, a non-transdermal medical device that's proven to put your body in homeostasis, I would absolutely encourage you to try this. Get this patch on your body and watch how God causes your body to heal itself the way He designed it. A little bit more about the water machine that's coming this spring. David Schmidt, using Bible codes from the Tree of Life, discovered the exact wavelength of light in the infrared light spectrum. He studied lobsters, and this water has the same properties as lobsters, which defy aging. Lobsters do not age. A positive biochemical and bioelectric response happens in the body with this water. I cannot wait to start drinking this water. I cannot wait for my sister, who has that autoimmune condition, to start drinking this water. David tested 80 people. 79 of them got a benefit in 15 seconds. The only one that didn't get it in 15 seconds got a benefit in under 2 minutes. So again, we're going to see some things in health and wellness that we've never seen before. I would encourage you to get a position in Lifewave, jump on board, and ride this train all the way to the top. It's that good. Here are the ingredients in the Solargize supplement, this electrolyte. Again, David hand-picked each one of these. I've heard a lot about this NAC. It's in this formula, and I'm going to put this in my water, and it's literally going to give the X39 a boost in what it's designed to do. Again, my name is Joe Fazio. My partners are Rich Toman, Mike McCoy. We are former Notre Dame football players. Kind of drowning in our tears today, but that's okay. It was an honor to get that far and be in that game. Take a screenshot of my phone number and my email if you would like to chat with me, or if you have questions. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. I like to close by lifting up the Lord. Proverbs 3:27 says, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act." And ladies and gentlemen, this little patch, it's powerful, and it's in your power to introduce it to other people. So